Today, I'm opening up with what my granddaughter wrote for me, my great-granddaughter rather, wrote for me to open up with. It says, "Hello and welcome back to MMK. Today we will be doing a question and answers for you, so let's get started." And so we are started.
Thank you, Laney Bug, Laney Tate.
One of the questions that was asked was, did Elvis ever talk to me about his fans, how he felt about them? Yeah, we talked about it several times. I know the first time we talked about it, I wasn't but about 13. That's when he was living on Audubon Drive, and
Well, that's
had a little.
long time ago.
That's back before dirt. When hush, it was a fence around the yard, and heck, man, there was all these people there, and I had never seen nothing quite like it, and they would start coming over the fence and all that kind of stuff, and when he got the motorcycle out, man, they just all rushed towards him, and there's some pictures of that where he, asked him to step back and all that. And I thought, I asked him, I said, everybody feel this way about you? And he says, well, they're here, so I guess they do. He said, I said, well, why? He said, well, because I entertain them. I sing and entertain them. And I said, well, I know that, but why? He said, well, because they care about me. And at that age, it was a little hard to understand, but I pretty much got the meaning of it. And after we moved to Grayson, we got up, and he wanted to go down to the gate and visit with some of the fans, and so we drove down to the gate, and he signed a lot of autographs, and he said, see, they still come around. I said, man, this is quite something. He said, yeah, he said, it just amazes me. He said, I often ask myself, why it was me that, that was blessed so much. And he said, without my fans, he said, I wouldn't be anything, except maybe still a truck driver. And I kind of grinned. I said, well, I can't see you doing that anymore. I said, this is unbelievable. I said, these people, I've talked to some of them down here, and they come from all over the place. And he said, yeah, he said, I know it. He said, that always has amazed me. And he said, but I wouldn't be here. That wouldn't be up there talking about his Grayson mansion and all. He said, without them. He said, they mean everything to me. He said, without my fans, he said, I'd be just another man. He said, and that always stood with me. He loved his fans. And he told me one time, he said, I find myself sometimes getting up and just opening the curtains and looking down at the gate and watching them. He said, and they still come day after day. He said, it just amazes me. He said, I just stand there and watch them for a while, and astonishment, still can't believe it. And he did. He loved them. Boy, he would, every chance he got, where he felt real good or not, if he was going out the gate or coming in the gate, he would always try to wave at them, and so many times he'd stop and get out and talk to them and sign autographs and stuff like that. So, I'd ought to tell you about Elvis. He just was a man who loved his fans. That's simple.
I think it was great every way, because I know, or we all know how much they damn sure loved him.
They did, boy.
And he loved them as much back. But I think too, and I just was going to throw in here. It was making me thoughts that's been said before and over about Elvis, and we've done videos on it. We've heard about saying about did Elvis really pass away and this and that. And I think I've said it before on other shows and videos and stuff that, my opinion, and well, I got you enjoy you see how of course I know how you feel, but I think that's why people it's probably so unexplainable how much they loved him that they just couldn't turn loose, and
Well, that's what
and they create and they want him to be alive, but I think they really know that he did pass away.
Well,
I
I thought she was going to ask me, did I think that he actually passed away?
no, I meant
I think
so.
I think he actually passed away.
But I mean, that's just
But,
my feelings on
yeah,
it.
you're right. It's
Just amazing.
It was and still is. To this day, it's hard to turn loose. To know that he's really, not with us anymore. And but
Very hard.
the best pleasure that we get out of being around Elvis now is every chance we get is to meet with his fans. I mean, because they bring back all the the fascination of who Elvis was and how much they cared about him, and
That's
you
what
can't.
I missed.
Yeah,
Just getting with
you
fans
can't.
and stuff.
Yes.
You can't not love them, and thank goodness we got a chance. That we still share as much as we can with them. We always will. As long as we live.
I remember when we used to. This is why Elvis was alive too. We'd go across the street and meet with a lot of Elvis fans. And we'd meet at the little restaurant across with the Hickory Log at the time. It's what I remember, and we'd gather up there and oh man, we'd stay down there for hours, and even the kids would have a good time, and then even after Elvis passed away, the tents and stuff and all that, they'd have the entertainers, and we'd meet and have a good time down there, and
They used to have little conventions, where it'd be like
conventions and stuff.
well, one was like the Holiday Inn. All that they'd all come around, and different rooms would be decorated with Elvis stuff.
Yeah, we had so much
we'd all-
fun.
Yeah.
I remember the hotel that was over on Brooks. It was
Days
like a
Inn.
horseshoe, and man, they tore it down. It's not there no more
Oh.
though. The one I was talking about was the one that was like a horseshoe
Yeah,
right next to that
Oh,
one.
you
and
got
they'd
the
have
Horseshoe
all the
Casino messed up with that.
No, you know the one I'm talking
Yes,
about.
I know.
And
Yeah,
they,
I can't-
man,
I'm
they
trying to
had
think
the
of the name.
Elvis posters and stuff
Yeah.
all around it and stuff.
Well, all of them
The
did. There was
horseshoe.
the Travel Lodge, the Days Inn,
Days Inn,
Mighty-
Holiday Inn, all of them.
yeah.
I mean, every hotel in Memphis.
during
was
that
like
Elvis week when it first started, it was just. I mean, it's still out of this world, but it just, and real quick, just throw back in goes back to what Daddy was saying, and Joey, me and you was talking about that just a couple days ago about. I mean, we say Elvis fans they're known now really as our Elvis family, the majority of them, because we were, but me and you talking about how we just the friends and family that we've met through Elvis or Elvis connection.
Oh man,
That our life, I just couldn't imagine it being without it or not knowing it. I mean, it's just.
and becomes really good friends with a lot of people,
Yeah.
and just I mean.
Oh, I wish I could name all of you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but we love each and every one of
all
you.
of you. I mean,
And some of you ain't here, and we love and miss y'all.
yeah. I mean, I could, like I said, shoot, I've become such good friends with so many people. I mean, it's just, and it's
What do
through
you
the
mean?
Elvis world.
What do you mean?
do you
What
mean?
I mean?
What do you mean? What do you
By
mean?
chance, since
You know what?
Since you kind of brought it up, by chance, just
Wouldn't it be
What?
cool if it got back together though?
that's what I was just thinking.
That's we was thinking,
Maybe having a tent or stage in an area where some of the fans could come back some nights, like during Elvis week, and we just all hung out and may have a good time. I mean,
yeah, wouldn't that
something may be
cool?
possible down the
I
road.
mean, it's possible. I mean,
Like over 10, you
what
might even have.
I mean, like friends of ours you know, that I just throw your names out there. John Stone's a friend of ours. What would you think about that? Because he always was down there. Phyllis Potts, Debbie Brown.
Oh, so many.
Patrick Thompson.
Alan
What do you
Wade.
think?
Alan
What do you
Wade,
think
yeah,
about that?
We can name
Tom,
You know, that's right.
Kirby
Alan Wade.
and all these people. Gosh, there's so many of them, and
And that's just a
you know,
few.
even and
You had something on
maybe
your mind? Go ahead.
even maybe have a karaoke thing. You know,
Yeah,
Yes.
something
you know, like
how,
they used to.
how cool would that
that'd
be, man?
cool. It really
how
would.
cool would that be to bring that back?
Free.
Now, do
And
y'all,
and you know,
You wanna hear
the
a
best
curveball?
part of it is,
what's that?
it'd be free.
That's true. But do you want to hear a curveball?
Not really. I don't like curves.
That's
Fastball
true.
is more my favorite.
Fastball? Well, let me throw a fastball at you.
Okay,
Then.
go ahead.
I know something that's coming to the Elvis world in the near future. I'm gonna say probably a few months. That is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to that. And
fun,
if it's not fun,
fun.
I'm gonna beat you severely back the head and shoulders. And guess what? All the Elvis fans
Did I
are gonna
say?
help me.
Let me ask you this: did I say I was going to invite you?
Oh, dead God.
You know
Well,
what?
I'll ride anyway.
We're not really trying to tease you, but
Yeah, I
but
am.
maybe we are. But I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like I can foresee some good times, maybe like old times in the near future.
We got to get back to the old times where we used to, you know, when somewhere where a place that's fan friendly, man.
Yeah.
It's fan friendly because without Elvis's fans, and this is what Elvis knew, without his fans, like Daddy said, he wouldn't have been nothing. I mean, and Elvis knew that.
Well, I don't deal with nobody that's not friendly with Elvis and me.
That's it.
I mean, it's, you know, they got to be friendly or we just can't make it.
That's it. Well, you know, with all that said,
Yep.
you know what we
But,
always say,
yeah.
right?
What do we always say?
What do we
What
always?
we always
Oh,
say?
we always know.
We always
love
love
Elvis.